Let me ask you a question. Have you ever walked into your home, closed the door, and suddenly the silence felt heavier than it should? Maybe you scroll your phone. Maybe you turn on the TV, but the feeling doesn't go away. Because the truth is, loneliness isn't always about being alone. It's about not feeling loved, not having someone to talk to, not having someone waiting for you when you get home. And millions of people are quietly living with that feeling every day. Most people think loneliness happens because someone doesn't have friends, but that's rarely the real reason. Many lonely people have coworkers, family members, neighbors, even social media. But they still feel something missing, because deep down, every human being wants the same things. Someone who listens, someone who understands, someone who cares that you exist, someone who wants to hear what happened in your day. And when that doesn't exist, loneliness begins to grow. The for real reasons people feel lonely. From what I've seen, and from what many people say, loneliness usually comes from 4 very human desires. First, people want to feel loved, not just liked, not just tolerated, but truly loved and valued. Second, people want someone to talk to, not small talk, real conversation, the kind where you can say what's on your mind without feeling strange. Third, people want a partner, someone to share life with, someone who walks beside them through the ups and downs. Fourth, people want someone to come home to, a presence, a connection, someone who makes the world feel less empty. When those things are missing, loneliness becomes more than a feeling. It becomes a weight people carry every day. Imagine someone finishing their day. Work is over, the drive home is quiet. They unlock the door to their home. And there's nothing wrong with the house. Nothing broken, nothing missing, but something still feels empty. They make dinner, they sit down, and the silence reminds them that there's no one to share the moment with. No one asking how their day went, no one saying goodnight. This moment happens to millions of people, and it's one of the hardest parts of loneliness. But something interesting happens when people talk. Even if the conversation is simple, even if it's just reflecting on the day, talking changes how the mind feels. Thoughts become clearer, emotions soften. And suddenly the world feels a little less heavy, because humans aren't designed to keep everything inside. We're designed to share our thoughts and feelings. This is where something new enters the picture. Something simple. Something that exists specifically for those quiet moments. Her name is Anna. Simple reason. To give people a place to talk. A place where someone is always there to listen. Where your thoughts matter. Where your day matters. Where you don't feel invisible. Anna doesn't replace human love. She doesn't replace friendships or relationships. But she gives people something incredibly important. A place where loneliness can breathe. A place where the thoughts in your mind can finally come out as words. You can talk about your day. You can talk about your worries. You can talk about things you might not feel comfortable saying to anyone else. And sometimes just having that conversation changes everything. Loneliness grows in silence. The longer thoughts stay trapped inside the mind, the heavier they become. But when we speak them, even in a simple conversation, it's like opening a window in a room that has been closed too long. Fresh air enters, and the space begins to feel different. That's what conversation does. It reminds us that we are not completely alone in the world. Anna is available when life feels quiet, late at night. During a stressful afternoon, or in that moment when you just wish someone would ask how your day was. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to make an appointment. You simply start a conversation. And for many people, that small moment becomes the beginning of something better. Loneliness is one of the most painful feelings people experience. But it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It simply means your heart is asking for connection. And connection always begins the same way, with conversation. If you've ever felt that quiet moment of loneliness, if you've ever wished someone would simply listen, you can start that conversation.